who have become a disappointed lot after KTDA warned that the value of tea has fallen by 21%. This means that farmers whose bonus is due in 1 month will earn less than what they earned last year. All right, let's bring in our Martin Munene. And Martin, obviously one can guess that the farmers are not very happy about this particular matter.
All right, very good morning to you. And like you're saying, that a lot has been happening in the tea sector, of course. And where I am today, I am actually at a stand, the KTDA stand at this year's Central Kenya ASK show, where we expect that the agency will be engaging farmers on different things, you know, explaining what has been happening, but more importantly, maybe trying to help farmers understand what they can do to be able to, you know, recover from all these things that are happening. And I just want to show you what is happening in this particular stand. Ordinarily, when farmers bring their tea to the factories, they don't know what happens, even how the quality is determined. And for example, where we are, where those pictures are, this is the stand. What happens when a farmer brings their tea to a factory? It goes through what you're seeing here. This is a sample of the factory. And just to help us understand very briefly what is happening or what goes on, I bring in someone from KTDA. Just tell us who you are very briefly and tell us maybe what is happening here before we talk about maybe what you're doing to help farmers mitigate some of the losses they could get from changing prices.
Okay, my name is Anthony Muridi Naftari, the Regional Operations Manager, KTDA Region 2, covering Murang'a and Nyeri. And basically what we have here is a tea processing model showing what we do when we receive the green leaf from the farmers. Right when we receive the leaf from the farmers, we wither the leaf, and then we macerate the leaf, we cut the leaf, we ferment the leaf, we dry the leaf, we sort the leaf to separate the various grains of tea, and we end up with the grades that are down here. We have BP1, PF1, PD, that's one, and also we have some off grades.
All right, and maybe in this whole conversation, there has been a conversation about farmers trying to get different types of tea. Maybe you can tell us what can a farmer do? For example, KTD announced that the prices of tea have gone down. What are some of the things a farmer can do to try mitigate losses and ensure that the farming is profitable?
Yeah, it is true. This year the price of teas have gone down. And this is not just for KTDA. The prices have gone down globally because of various market dynamics, one of them being Pakistan devaluation of the rupee. Okay. Now, to mitigate this, KTDA, we have come up with other teas other than the traditional black teas. And what we have come up with are black orthodox teas, green orthodox teas, and specialty teas. Maybe to start with black orthodox teas, this is this is a different process from what we normally use to produce black traditional CTC teas. So for black orthodox teas, we are able to produce what we call FOP, OP1, PECOL, FOP, special, then FOP, FOF. Then of course we also have green orthodox teas like FP, BOP, BOP1 and F1. Right. We also able to produce other specialty teas like you can see specialty teas, purple teas, white silver teas, golden teas, white premium and purple crown teas.
All right.
Yeah.
And maybe is this the way to go for farmers, or what should a farmer do as we wrap up?
Yeah, this is the way to go for farmers. Indeed, we have started producing black orthodox teas, already producing commercially in 7 factories, and we have 3 factories which are being prepared for this, for the rollout. Yeah, so for farmers and KTDA specifically, this is the way to go to diversify and of course produce other teas other than the traditional black CTC teas.
All right, thank you very much. You've heard what is happening in this sector. A very important fact being that farmers now have to try and learn how to adapt, and they have an opportunity to be able to seize. You know, ideally, when you look at this, it would be hard to believe that this is tea. So many different colors I can't even be able to you know, pronounce or say which colors they are, but the whole point point being, global trends are changing the way tea is traded, and therefore things that are totally beyond a farmer's control. Like, for example, we've had things happening in a country like Pakistan, which imports a lot, or which takes or consumes a lot of tea produced here in Kenya, affect the farmer directly, and therefore the farmer has to find ways for them to adapt so that they can actually be able to remain relevant, or their farming can remain relevant, and so that every year they do not have to count losses. And so that is what is happening in this sector. A lot of things changing, and like in every other field, farmers are being called to try, or being asked to try, change their ways of farming so that they too can remain relevant. And from Nyeri County, I bring it back to you in studio. I'm Martin Monene.